Alright then, so the latest episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5 has just come out, and it's a continuation of the last episode where Yuya is basically trapped. He's been fighting Barrett, trying to protect Celina and Rayra. Rayra's freaking out because the Obelisk Force is like pushing on him, and it's giving him them terrible flashbacks again. So that's the situation we was left with, and people in the comment section, they were pretty adamant that Yuya could definitely get out of this situation, whereas I was like, I'm not too sure how he's going to do it. Everyone seemed to say that all he had to do was merge the two things, summon the... Is it Dark Rebellion? Xyz Fusion Dragon? Whichever one the combination of Pendulum Dragon and the Thingy Dragon were. Which the one he normally summons when he's in his Berserk mode. It's funny because at the end of the episode, it's kind of pretty obvious he's going to do that because he manages to get into Berserk mode. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. So the first thing I'm going to say is that Barrett uses a monster or a spell card that has an absolute bullshit effect. It says that, well, all his monsters are chained up already, and this card apparently chains the Duelist as well, which I thought was going to mean that you couldn't like run around and collect action cards, but I was like, they're not in an action duel. And what it does is it stops them from using spells, traps, normal summoning a monster, or special summoning a monster. I was like, you can't use a card like that. That's absolute bullshit. You can't do anything. If you didn't have the cards already on the field, then there's no way you'd be able to get out of that situation, because that's horseshit. So that card I didn't like because that was overpowered. You had to be in a situation where you could already get out of it to activate that card, kind of thing, for it to be fair. So I didn't agree with that. That was a bit thingy. So I'm going to have to find out what that card's called later. Barrett is basically berating Yuya, saying that you just need to give up. Just tell me where Zuzu is. I know you know where she is because Dennis, who was working with you, knows that you know her, sort of thing. So do it. This confirms to Yuya that Dennis was definitely working for the Fusion world. And he basically just says that I'm not going to give you Zuzu, and I'm not going to give you Celina, and I'm not going to give you Rayra, so... However, that still doesn't stop the fact that he's chained up like this, and he can't stop the Obelisk Force going towards Rayra and Celina, and as they're about to take Celina, because Rayra's freaking out a bit too much, Sora comes flying in, stops everyone, and Sora saves the day. Celina's a bit hesitant at first, because she remembers when he attacked Kurosaki, and she was a bit off of him, but... He does say that he's working for the good guys now, basically. That he's changed, so I believe him. Why wouldn't she? But then we get something which I didn't think was going to happen. We get Yuri just comes walking in going, hey, you're betraying the professor. He will want to hear about this. I was like, yes, some shit's going to go down here. This is the first time I think that Yuri and Yuya have been in the same room. And they haven't really had any talking yet. But I think Yuri did see Yuya once. So... When Yuri comes in, Yuri decides that he wants to duel, he just fancies it, and he says, I'll duel you, Celina. Oh wait, you can't, you're like crippled on the floor. And then I guess I'll duel you, Sora. But he says that it'll be less of a duel of him winning and taking you back, as rather it be just an execution, because it's too much hassle to bring you back. So I really like Yuri's character. He's like calm, but he's kind of funny, like he's a bit sarcastic, but he's very deadly serious, which... Those three things together, they work really well. Anyway, before that happens, as this duel is about to go down, which I don't know what would have happened, I reckon Sora would have lost, Yugioh comes flying in on his motorbike and he's like, no, you'll duel me. And Yuri doesn't want to have any part of this until it's revealed that Yugioh actually beat Celina. And as soon as he hears this, he's like, oh, you beat Celina, did you? Alright, I guess you'll do. I'll duel you instead. So, I don't know why. I think he just wants to duel the strongest opponent available. I think he just wants to prove that he's the best, or that his dimension is the best. In one of my early reviews was when Yuri and Yugioh met. When Yuri said to Yugioh that if you want to see Rin, all you gotta do is think about her, because she's always in my heart kind of thing. And I thought he was implying that she died. And then some people in the comment section, they said otherwise, like, oh no, he just meant that if you're that foolish, then you'll be able to see it any time. And I kind of got on board with that. But again, I still think he's hinting towards it, because he's talking to Yuri and Yugioh says that I want Rin back. And he says, I thought we already told you, she's not here with me. And I was like, maybe she really is. I don't know, it's just a bit suspicious. It sounds like he's heavily implying. I'm sticking to my guns. I think Rin is either dead, trapped in some mystery dimension between all the dimensions. She's somewhere that people are going to think she's dead, kind of thing, which she might be alive at the end of the series, but at the moment people are going to think she's dead. So that's my theory. There you go. And this is where the awesomeness starts. So we've already got Yuya, who's dueling Barrett, and he's already got Rebellion Dragon, and he's got Pendulum Dragon out on the field. So he's already got Yuto's and his own monster out. And when Yuri and Yugioh start dueling, Yugioh gets his Synchro Dragon out on the first turn, and then Yuri's like, oh, well, you've got your awesome card out. Yugioh brings out his ace monster, which is his Star Venom fusion dragon, which the name makes it sound awesome. Star Venom, I like that. But when you see it, it's a little bit underwhelming. He's got a bit too much stuff going on. I think he's the worst looking dragon out of all the dragons. But I bet he has an awesome effect, and he's probably going to be very powerful. Now then, now that all the dragons out, this is where sort of things start happening. First of all, when just 3 of the dragons out, Yu was already going into his rage mode. But then as soon as the 4th one came out, everyone synced up together, and they started having them glowing eyes again. And then Yuya went into full rage mode. So I don't get why he's going into berserk mode because all the monsters are out in the field. I don't understand. I think all their minds get like synced into one, but I don't understand why that makes him crazy. I just don't get that bit. But the episode pretty much ends there with Yu going to rage mode. The next episode hints that he's going to defeat Barrett, and this is through probably combining these 2 monsters or something like that. The only other thing that happened in the episode was obviously all the other people, the people that were trapped in the underground thing, they all escaped, and no one can find Yuzu because I think she's gone off because she wants to go find Yuya herself. And her bracelet's like doing that ding 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 ding, which turns out it's like a tracking device so she can find Yuya. Pretty convenient. But the title of the next episode is an unfaithful reunion or something like that. But I think Yuzu's going to come to where Yuya is, see him batshit crazy, just like completely wrecking someone, and she's going to feel a bit off with him kind of thing, but we'll have to see. Overall, the episode was good. It's one of my favourite episodes of the series as well so far. Just being able to see all these characters together. I wish Yugioh could have been there as well, like in person. I know his spirit was there, but I'd like to all these characters see how they interact with each other, because that's probably my favourite thing about this series, just seeing these alternate dimension characters with different philosophies on life and different like aspects and things like that, how they sort of see each other and talk to each other. It's interesting. But yeah, let me know your guys' theories. What do you think Yuya's going to do to get out of his sticky situation? Who's going to win between Yuri and Yugioh? I kind of had this theory because when, you know how Yuya fused with Yuto, but maybe Yuri could fuse with Yugioh, and then they've both got like a fusion kind of inside of them sort of thing. But yeah, I don't know why that would help anyone. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought in the comment section below, and thanks for watching. Now, if you enjoyed that review, I've got a whole channel of other reviews you can watch if you're interested in those as well. Just use the link in the description, you can follow them over there.